there is always something more, something better that is in store for you. That point of hopelessness, we all get there, but just don't remain there, move forward. There is always a better tomorrow. So just don't remain there, move forward. I plan to do so we are opening some Amazon packages that Sandrine just got.
It came in the middle of our interview.
Yes, it did.
I ordered this yesterday.
Oh wow, so it's a Prime delivery, right?
Yes, sometimes even without Prime delivery.
Whoa! Whoa! Well,
my GoPro is here.
Nice. This is the microphone. It's a clip-on microphone, so you will be able to hear very clearly. This is really sophisticated stuff.
Oh wow!
This is important, I guess. Very nice. It's a clip-on.
All right, let me. I don't have any space on my laptop is dead and I don't have any space on my phone. Oh no.
You can test it another time, don't worry.
Alright, so let's put this aside here.
Are we excited?
Okay, so
where did we leave?
The doorbell ringing just now. For us to get our packages just now. Convenience. Oh my goodness. The convenience of living in Japan. Let us touch on the convenience of living in Japan. It was just, guys, we did not plan this.
Yeah.
We did not plan this. We were actually waiting on the packages to come because we wanted to test the microphone first,
right.
But time was getting away from us, so we just decided to start. And I ordered this yesterday.
Yeah.
And look at God, right in the middle of our recording. But let's talk about the convenience though, because we are from what they like to term third world countries. And so we're not afforded the conveniences that we have here. What do you think about, like, in comparison to your experiences in Kenya,
right,
and as opposed to living in Japan, what are your thoughts on the people of Kenya, the people of Japan, and just how different the lifestyle and the living is, and what is your hopes and desire having experienced both worlds? What do you hope to contribute when you go back to your home country?
I think there are major differences between, you know, the Kenyan culture, the Japanese culture, but even when I think about the Polish culture, there are major differences. You talk about the convenience of life here. You know, I'll give a good example. I live in a town, a very small town, not far from here, and when they introduce you into the apartment you're staying in, there's automatically a washing machine, there's automatically a cooker there, there's automatically a fridge, automatically a toaster, automatically a microwave. These are the basic electronic devices, utilities are
for living.
Yeah, for living in Japan, that is available in every household. In Kenya, it is not necessary. It's not the same. You don't have that convenience. You want to wash your clothes, it is hand and back bent. You wash your clothes, right? You want to toast bread, you either have a toaster, you know, the old style toasters, or you find a way of toasting bread. You don't just slot it inside a toaster. Microwaves are there, they are available, but it's not everybody who can afford it, right? So there is that convenience of a higher, let me say, if I may say, standard of living for the average person.
Japanese, yes.
Yes.
The thing is, when you came here, could you tell who was poor in Japan versus who was wealthy?
No, you can't. From the cars they drive, the way they dress, you cannot tell. And there is this basic standard of living that from a third world country perspective is quite high. You know, I live in an apartment block, but each and every of my neighbors has a car, right? Back home in Kenya, not everyone who lives in a house has a car, can afford a car. Of course, you know, because we have big families, you can find families with 2 cars. But here, even the single person living in an apartment affords a car, right? So there is a higher standard of living. Poland is the same thing, and also because, you know, Europe has a very good transportation system. Affording a car is quite an extra higher cost that not everybody can afford. But here, especially in the smaller towns, every Tom, Dick and Harry has a car.
Yeah.
You know?
Cars here are very cheap, especially because it's manufactured here.
Right.
So it is cheap for you to purchase a car. You can get a car here for $200 US.
Wow.
Or you could get it for free, because I've known of persons who, oh, I have this car, I don't want it anymore.
Okay.
Do you want it? Come and pick it up.
Oh, you see.
So you could get the car for free here. So there are certain things that you could get for free.
Right.
And I've realized too, in comparison to Jamaica as
Right.
well,
Right.
you can tell who is rich and who is poor in Jamaica just by looking at them.
Yeah.
The clothes that you wear, because of the places that you shop.
Yeah, even by
Or
the places you live, right?
Yes, the
Right.
places that you live.
Right.
But when I came here, I was so surprised to see the head of the hospital riding her bicycle to work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you're the head of the hospital. She's like, that doesn't mean I'm any better than the other person
Yeah.
who works at the supermarket
Yeah.
or the person who cleans the schools.
Right.
And sometimes the person who cleans the schools has a better car than the head of the hospital.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
there is some sort of shame in flaunting your wealth.
Yeah, that's
Here.
why there is no, you will never notice a rich person or a poor person. They all are very homogeneous, right? It's really, really, really the same across the board, everywhere. They're the same, which is interesting.
Okay, so what are your plans? Do you, if you don't mind sharing, when you go back to Kenya, what will you bring to Kenya from Japan, and what have you brought to Japan from Kenya?
Wow, that's a loaded question, because I still want to see the world. I still want to travel and live in other countries. I've lived in a few. I still want to live in a few more before I go back home. But what will I take? What have I brought with me? Let's start from there. One is an open mind. I think an open mind is key to adaptation wherever you are. An open mind will make you understand, okay, it's not what I know, it's not the way I'm used to, it's not what I've done, but it's something new, and I'm open to it. I can try it, and then I can decide if I like it or I don't like it. I think that is key in any place, an open mind. I have brought experiences that have made me me. The experience that can say, don't worry, you've gone through harder times, and don't worry, this is hard, but you'll be fine, you'll be okay. You have a God that sees, a God that works, so let's go through it, let's work with it. And that optimism, I've realized and I've noticed, it's actually something that people are like, oh, you are so positive. I'm like, no, it's just, you know, you've gone through, you've been through, and you will still go through and be through, and you will come out fine. I think in the Japanese society that is not.
You're an optimist.
Yeah.
You believe that there is good in the world and there's so much more that you can acquire. You don't sit down and focus on, oh my God, they're gonna look at me because I'm black. They're gonna judge me because I'm a woman.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Period.
No, come on, you are the only you in the entire world, right?
Yeah.
So wherever you are, just be you. Sometimes you do need to adapt and tone down or tone up you, adapt, but also maintain that which makes you you.
Exactly.
That is what
so
will make people attracted to you. That is what will make you become part of the community where you're in. I pray and I hope that by the time I will leave, when that time comes, I don't know when it's going to be.
You will know. You will know.
That is time. I believe so. Just the same way I knew it was time to leave Poland or leave Kenya. I believe I will know when the time comes. I pray that when that time comes, I will be leaving wiser.
You'll be ready.
Yeah, I will be leaving richer.
Yes. The shmoney.
But I will leave knowing I came to do and fulfill what I came here for.
You saw, you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's the next stage, the next level. What does God have in my as a purpose for my future? Because what was intended for me here is done with. Yeah. So definitely.
I think you just spoke a word into my life.
Oh, amen.
What was it? When it is time to go, you will know.
You will know.
When your purpose has been fulfilled, you will know, because I strongly believe that wherever God takes you, He has already been there and He has prepared a place for you.
He has, amen.
So when you said that your plan C was God's plan A for you,
Exactly.
so He already knew
Yeah.
that this was where you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
He already knew that this was where you were supposed to be.
Exactly.
So He went ahead and He prepared. He was like, let me give Sandrina a camera.
Yeah.
Let me
Come and work
give
with.
let me give her the drive. But we don't know.
No.
I think I'm at a crossroads as well, personally. And you just came here and you spoke a word, and I hope that whoever is listening to this, that they receive this word as well.
Right.
You will know
Yeah.
when it's time to give up, when it's time to give over, and when it's time to move forward.
Yeah. And move forward. Don't remain in that place. Many times I think when we know it's time to move forward, it's fear, it's doubt, it's regret, it's guilt. All that is part of being us, it's part of being human, but move forward. It gets better with every step you take forward. The same God who brought you to that place has a way for you forward. He has gone ahead of you. He knows what is ahead, yeah? And as long as you have Him, there is no hopelessness. So just don't fear, move forward. Move forward. Don't stand, don't remain, don't stagnate. Move forward, yeah?
Now, what will you take to Kenya with you? You've lived in Poland, you're now living in Japan. When you've moved forward, when God has decided that it's now time for you to venture into another space, if it is that space is to return to Kenya,
Right.
what do you plan to take with you there? What do you plan to share with your people?
I think one, I would love to share with them culture of different nations. To understand that what you know is not the best you know. What you know is just part of a bigger picture. That's one. To show the Polish outlook, to show the Japanese outlook, to show is with an Asian outlook, a European outlook, a world outlook, to show you that what we usually consider our entire life is just something, it's part of a bigger picture. I will take with me languages that I have learned in different parts of the world, and that will show you that speaking a language of a different people actually connects you to those people. Right? Immediately when somebody hears you speak their language, they want to connect with you, right? And that is an interesting thing. I will take home the wisdom I have gained in knowing that there is never a point of just nothingness. I don't know if that makes sense.
You are speaking into my life. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So there is always something more, something better that is in store for you. That point of hopelessness, we all get there, but just don't remain there. Move forward. There is always a better tomorrow. So just don't remain there, move forward. I plan to do a lot with what I've gained. I plan to maybe open a language school. So by God's grace, I know it will open one in Poland, maybe one in Kenya. Who knows? God has His ways.
There's nothing too impossible for
A.
Him to do. Absolutely nothing impossible.
Amen. Yeah.
Trust me.
So I'm taking back to Kenya. If that time comes, or if it's another place, I will take with me that which has made me me, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
So for a final word, I want you to give some advice. You are a woman of a lot of wisdom.
Amen. I receive it.
Drop a gem. Give the people just a little snippet, something to hold on to, something inspirational or inspiring, something that could water their ground.
Wow, that is a lot. But I will say this: one, find your identity. Know who you are. Your identity is not out there. Your identity is in here. Know who you are. Know who God created you to be. Know that you are loved. Know that you are strong. Know that you are beautiful. Know that you are powerful. Know that you are awesome. And with knowing who you are, having that identity, you can face anything. Come on, you can face anything. We very often lose our identity because the world wants to make us into this other identity, wants to give us the identity of how we look, of how we think, of how we speak, of how we dress, right? But that's all external. Your real you is inside. Find that person, know that person, love that person, be that person. You're a human being, not a human doing, as everybody keeps saying, right? Be that person. And once you know who you are, face your challenges head on. Face them head on. You, believe me, you will accomplish things. You'll be like, was that me? Yes, it was me. Ah! And you can do all things. Just know who you are. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Guys, that's it. Thank you all for tuning in, and please remember to like and to subscribe.
Yes, please.
And to share
Thumbs
with
up.
your friends.
Yes, please.
So thank you so much, Marsha, for
Welcome.
coming along.
Most
it was
welcome.
my pleasure
Most
spending
welcome.
the afternoon with you.
Most welcome. My pleasure as well. Yeah.
So until next time, guys.
Toodaloo.
Bye. Oh.